This video will briefly explain the Communication Manager Special Application 9119, which provides an indication to the SIP endpoint that the exclusion feature is active. This is a new feature functionality that is being delivered by the Communication Manager 6.2 Feature Pack 1 release. SA9119 was developed primarily for the Trader Turret endpoint. If you're not acquainted with the Trader Turret, this is a large telephony device that can terminate 60, 90, or possibly 120 lines. This large number of lines is duplicated across many of these turret devices. SA9119 prevents and alerts the other turret devices that a line is in a exclusion mode. We'll be looking at implementing the special application SA9119 and provisioning it to a particular turret device where it is needed. We will use a special application and the class of restriction, also known as CORE's SAT screens, to set up the functionality. Application of the core to the endpoints will not be covered here, of course. SA9119 can also be applied to other SIP endpoints that have similar configurations to the turret method described above. So let's go to the SAT to perform the work of enabling a special application of 9119. As you can see, I have logged into the Communication Manager. The first step is to enable the special application. This operation is performed using the SAT command of change System Parameters, Special Applications. After entering the command, you will need to go to page 10. Pressing the F8 key will go to the previous page. The special application of note is the second one from the bottom of this page. Using the arrow keys, select the Yes/No field currently set to an N. Overtype the N with a Y and submit the screen. You will need to acknowledge the warning shown at the bottom of the screen, which says, "Warning, activation of this feature confirms you accept the associated risk." Press the F3 again to acknowledge your acceptance. This operation will enable the special application on all of the class of restriction forms. Next, we'll look at Core 1 by using the command change COR1. The option that we are concerned with is on page 2 of the core screen. Pressing the F7 key advances the screen to page 2 of the core dialog. The item of interest is the last line on the screen, which defaults to a Y, or stated another way, the feature is enabled on this core as well as all the other cores. We have looked at enabling the feature, and we have seen it enabled on Core 1. It is, however, enabled on all cores as well. A recommendation is that the existing stations be examined to be sure that the cores assigned to those stations are not negatively impacted because the feature was enabled.